So as Democrats look for star power to boost their momentum, former President Barack Obama, he is also hitting the campaign trail. He'll be vouching for Democrats in Michigan, Wisconsin, and today he is in the state of Georgia. NewsNation correspondent Brooke Shafer is live for us in College Park, Georgia this morning. So, Brooke, how do people there feel about the former President Obama visiting that state?
Well, Marni, I can tell you I've already had one voter tell me it's a big deal. Former President Barack Obama will be in town today. The former president, of course, really looking to rally up that Democratic base in a state here where the stakes could not be higher. Election day now just 11 days away, and already more than 1 million people have voted early here in Georgia. Former President Barack Obama will take the stage later this afternoon, really looking to drum up support for the Democrats in two big races here in Georgia. Stacey Abrams running for governor, and then also Senator Raphael Warnock. That Senate race between Senator Warnock and Herschel Walker is one of the most talked about races in the country. It's really anyone's game right now. The average polling this morning shows Republican Walker slightly leading Warnock, but by less than 1%. Walker, for his part, has had to respond to new allegations this week from a second woman who claimed he pressured and paid for her to have an abortion. Walker has denied the claim and said his campaign is moving on from the lie. Yesterday, he was joined by GOP Senator from South Carolina, Lindsey Graham, and he has a couple more rallies today. In that race for governor here in Georgia, current Republican Governor Brian Kemp is making several stops across the state today. And in the next few days, he'll also bring on some support from his party. Arizona's Governor Doug Ducey and former New Jersey Governor Chris Christie will join Kemp on the campaign trail. But as far as that race for governor goes, that one not quite as close as the Senate race. The average polling numbers this morning show Republican Governor Kemp leading Stacey Abrams by about 7 points here. Marni?
Yeah, it's tight. And this Senate race, I mean, a lot of attention has been on that and some of the recent allegations against Herschel Walker. Do you get a sense, Brooke, when you talk to people that they understand the importance of this race, that it could shift the balance of power and go either way, that they understand the high stakes in their home state?
They absolutely do. And I will point out as well, one voter I talked to talked about the celebrity of Herschel Walker here in Georgia. He was a star football player for the University of Georgia. He has a lot of name recognition. And that voter I was talking to said he thinks a lot of people are remembering that when they go to the polls. They know Herschel Walker's name. Again, he is a celebrity here across the state of Georgia, and he thinks that that has a lot to do with the polls that we are seeing right now. Marni?
Well, and they won't say it out loud, but Democrats are pretty concerned about Georgia right now. Brooke Shafer, thank you. Thank you for watching. Go to newsnationnow.com to find NewsNation on your television provider. And don't forget to click the red subscribe button below to get more of NewsNation's fact-driven, unbiased coverage.